What's up, Red Squad guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Q&A Fridays, episode 5, and I'm currently in the beautiful St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the land of my birth. So in this video, as you should know, I'll be tackling all the questions that you guys left in the comment section of episode 4 and maybe episode 3. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. For question number 1, Nitich Kanchan asks, which are the top 3 matches you have seen in your lifetime in any sport? And which World Cup group, according to you, will be the most entertaining with lots of goals, and which will be the dullest with the least number of goals? Well, for the first question, top 3 matches I have seen in my lifetime. Well, that's a pretty broad question, but I'm going to give you 3 matches, like 3 great matches anyway. 2 of those are cricket matches and 1 is a football match. I'm not going to, put them from 3 to 1, but I'm just going to give you the top 3. Well, it has to be when Brian Lara scored that 375 back in the 90s. I think it was 94, 95, to break Sir Garfield Sober's record of 365 runs in a single inning. So that was a really, really great achievement. That was an epic match that all cricket lovers will remember. The second one was when Brian Lara scored 400 runs in a single innings and became the first Test cricketer to do so. So those 2 matches were really, really great cricket match that I would remember for the rest of my life. And both of those matches were versus England. So, and for the third match, that would be a football match. That was actually the PSG versus Barcelona. The match that got my YouTube career started, if you want to call it a career, but that was the match that kick-started my YouTube channel. That was an amazing comeback after losing 4-0 in the first leg to coming back to defeat PSG 6-1 in the second leg. So it was an amazing match. So we all know the match, and I will never forget this. So that was actually my top 3 matches that I can think of off the top of my head. What's yours? Let me know in the comment section down below. And for the second part of that question, which group will be the most entertaining with lots of goals, and which group will be the dullest with the least number of goals? So the most entertaining group with a lot of goals, I think that's gonna be Group H. Because that group is just so uncertain. Poland, Colombia, Senegal, Japan. Like, we don't know who's coming out of that group. It's really, really hard to predict. Poland, a big team. Colombia did well at the last World Cup. Senegal, that element of surprise. And Japan, you never know what they can spring up. So it's pretty level. The field is pretty level in Group H. So I'm going to go for Group H. Will be the most entertaining. What do you think? Let me know down below. For the dullest group with the least number of goals, I'm going to go with Group A. Russia, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and Uruguay. I think that group is going to be really, really dull. But guys, I want to know what you guys think. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. For question number 2, AVJ123 asks, which is better? Mexico generation from 1986 that got to the quarterfinals, Mexico generation from 1994 to 1998 that got important results versus Belgium, Spain, and Netherlands, or the 2018 that has over 10 players playing in Europe? Well, it has to be the generation from the 1986 World Cup when Mexico got all the way to the quarterfinals. The 2018 team, I personally think they're not going to impress at the World Cup. I'm making a call right now. Mexico are not going to impress at the World Cup. Not because you have 10 players playing in Europe. I don't think so. That might actually be a disadvantage to them because those players don't play together a lot. Only when, they have national team duties. And we all know Juan Carlos Osorio likes to chop and change. So he has to get his selection right in order for Mexico to do well at the 2018 World Cup. But I don't think they're going to do so well, so I'm going to go for the 1986 generation. And I'm going to leave the 2018 generation to just prove me wrong. What are your thoughts on the Mexican team going into the World Cup? Let me know in the comment section down below. For question number 3, Stefan Shivarov, the only 123, asks, who is the most underrated player at the World Cup? Well, the first name that comes to mind is Keylor Navas of Costa Rica, who plays for Real Madrid in La Liga. He is so underappreciated. I can't even elaborate on it enough, because this man saves Real Madrid all the time, and you never hear any big headlines about Keylor Navas. It's about Ronaldo, it's about Bale, Isco, Asensio, Sergio Ramos. Never about Keylor Navas. They even talking about getting a replacement goalkeeper and whatnot. Look at how great he has done since signing there. Like, you know, the Costa Rican is very, very good, and I think he needs to be appreciated way, way more. So look out for him at the 2018 World Cup. Will he pull off some big saves for Costa Rica and get them to the quarterfinals once again? Oh, that would be awesome. So good luck, Keylor Navas, and I wish you all the best in the future. For question number 4, Mary Garcia asked, what is your favorite World Cup final of all time? Well, that has to be my first World Cup final, which is the 1998 World Cup, when France defeated Brazil, and I remember Zidane scoring those goals and the ball just gliding off his bald head. You know, I could never forget that. So I'll have to go for the 1998 final, best final ever in my lifetime that I have seen. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. On to question number 5. Saddam Ishmael asks, which is the best FIFA World Cup song of all time, and rank your top 5 best African teams? Well, Saddam, I have to answer this question honestly. I haven't really listened to all the World Cup songs just as yet. I know I should have listened to them for this video so I could answer your question properly, but I'm on vacation right now. But the first song that could come to mind is Waka Waka by Shakira. I think that was for the 2010 World Cup in South Africa. That song seems to be really popular amongst the fans. So I'm gonna go for Waka Waka. What's your best FIFA World Cup song of all time? Share with me in the comment section down below, because I really need to listen to these songs. And for the second part of the question, the top 5 African teams, in my opinion, in terms of potential, not because of World Cup qualification and stuff like that, are as follows: Nigeria, Morocco, Ivory Coast. I really like the look of Ivory Coast team. Algeria, I really don't know how they did not qualify for the World Cup. And Senegal. So guys, I want you to let me know your top 5 African teams in the comment section down below. So for question number 6, which is one of my featured questions of episode 5, Trinity Gamer asks, what do you think will be Germany's best 11 at the World Cup, and who do you think will be the important players for them to retain their crown? Well, this is a really great question, Trinity Gamer. Well, my best German 11 goes as follows. In the goal, of course, it's going to be Manuel Neuer. He is still recovering from injury. He was placed in the squad as well. Marc-Andre ter Stegen will be his backup. For the defenders, I'm going to go in with Jonas Hector, Mats Hummels, Jerome Boateng, and Joshua Kimmich. In the midfield, I'm going to go with a midfield 3 of Toni Kroos, Sami Khedira, and Mesut Ozil. And up top, I'm going to go with Leroy Sané, Timo Werner, and Thomas Muller. If they deploy this 11, Germany will be sure to win another World Cup. This is just a team that I will pick, but I don't think Joachim Löw is going to go with this team. We will just have to wait and see if, you know, my best 11 is also his best 11. And for the most important players in the German squad, I'm going to go with Toni Kroos, Thomas Muller, Manuel Neuer, Joshua Kimmich, Leroy Sané, Timo Werner, or Mario Gomez, whoever Joachim Löw chooses to start up top. What's your best German 11? Let me know in the comment section down below. And for question number 7, which is one of the featured questions in episode 5, Advenko asks 3 questions. Wow, Advenko, you're on a roll. Who do you think will be the first Asian country to win the World Cup, and why? For that, I'm going to actually say South Korea, because they have been the most successful Asian team in terms of the times they have qualified and their advancement in the World Cup, reaching all the way to the semi-finals in the 2002 World Cup, which they hosted. But yeah, South Korea, they have a really good league setup and everything. So if an Asian team ever is to win the World Cup, I think it would be South Korea. But it has been almost 100 years and no Asian team has won the World Cup, and one Asian team has got to the semi-finals. So will we ever see it in our lifetime? I doubt. I highly doubt. But nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. And for the second part of the question, what underdeveloped countries do you think will become powerhouses in the World Cup in the future? I'm going to go for Venezuela and Zambia. Especially Venezuela, because what they did in World Cup qualifiers was an indication of what they have for the future. So look up for Venezuela. The crop of players that played at the last Under-20 World Cup will be big stars in the future. So look out for them. And for the third part of that question, for your Caribbean World Cup concept, how would CONCACAF World Cup qualification work? Wouldn't there be too many teams from that confederation, and would teams like USA and Mexico be screwed? Great fucking question at Benko. Well, since the 2026 World Cup is a 48 team World Cup, and the 2026 World Cup, I said, would be nice to have a Caribbean World Cup. I don't know why I said so, but still, it should have been 2022 for a Caribbean World Cup and 2026 for India, because India is a much bigger place that might be capable of doing that. But anyways, 2026 Caribbean World Cup, CONCACAF will have 6 automatic places. So I'm going to have 3 of those automatic places set aside for Caribbean nations. So who will be the 3 teams from the Caribbean to qualify automatically? Well, what's going to happen? They're going to be a Caribbean Cup. First place and runners-up will qualify automatically, and there will be a third place match, and the third place will take the third spot. And that team who plays 4th will participate amongst the other CONCACAF teams for the remaining 3 automatic spots, like USA, Canada, Mexico, Honduras, Costa Rica, and so forth. So that is how I will actually do the whole qualification process if there was to be a Caribbean World Cup. For question number 8, Skeleton Champion asks, do you have arachnophobia like me? Well, that comes from all the bugs and stuff that's in the garage when I usually do Q&A Fridays. Well, no, I don't have arachnophobia, but I sure do not want a spider or a tarantula like crawling close or even crawling on top of me. Like, no, I would definitely freak out, and you would do think I have arachnophobia. But that would be crazy though. I just hope while I'm making a Q&A Fridays in the garage, a spider don't come, you know, slinging down on top of my head. So great question. Guys, if you have arachnophobia or any sort of fears, you know, claustrophobia, xenophobia, let me know in the comment section down below. For question number 9, Pavel Skrzykowski. For question number 9, Pavel Skrzykowski.
3 hours later.
For question number 9, Pavel Skrzykowski asks, how often does tennis get upset because of you watching football matches instead of doing something else in the house, like, you know, your household chores and stuff like that? Is this even happening? Well, to be honest, I don't watch a lot of football matches while I'm at home. The few matches that I watch while I'm at home, she actually watches it with me, so she doesn't really get upset. But to be honest, I have actually slacked off on doing things around the house because I'm actually doing YouTube videos. So I need to create a healthy balance between making videos and actually doing what I'm supposed to do at home, like, you know, make sure there's no weeds in the lawn and stuff like that. Make sure I go in the back and clean up the backyard, clean up the garage, clean up in the basement and stuff like that. I need to get my act together. So, but she isn't really mad, but I speak to her about it all the time. I'm more conscious about it than she is, you know, so she doesn't really pressure me. So thanks a lot, Tanis. Thanks a lot. But I need to create a healthy balance between the YouTube channel and real life, if you understand what I'm saying. I make way too many videos. Way too many. Great question, Pavel. So guys, let me know in the comment section down below if your girlfriend, boyfriend, partner, spouse, wife, husband gets mad at you while you're watching sports on TV instead of doing something else in the house. For question number 10, Jonathan Duru asks, are you excited for that FIFA 18 World Cup download thingy? Okay, Jonathan. I ordered FIFA 18 since last year. I got the pre-release version and everything, special edition with Ronaldo Nazario on the cover. You know, I paid $99, I think, for that. and I haven't been playing it. I was playing FIFA 17 still because I had a few things to finish up in it. And as for the FIFA 18 World Cup download, I didn't even download the thing yet because I was actually getting ready for my vacation, which I'm on right now, and I didn't download it. So when I get back, I will definitely download it and play more FIFA 18 because I'm basically wasting my money. You know, bought the thing and haven't been playing it. So guys, are you enjoying the FIFA 18 download? I think Daniel Refi actually messaged me and said he was playing it and he enjoyed it. So great question. So for the bonus question of episode 5, I'm actually throwing in a bonus question because I had a lot of questions, but I can't answer all the questions because the episode will be too long. But I chose to throw in a bonus question because I'm currently in St. Vincent, and Colonel Sanders asked, what was the most challenging thing about your childhood? Well, if you guys don't know by now, I grew up in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, where I am right now as I'm making this video. And we faced some challenges growing up, you know. I'm not gonna say it's poverty, but we weren't rich. We weren't rich, and we just had to make do with whatever we had. But you know, I grew up without my parents here. They actually migrated when I was 1 year old, so I didn't grow up with my parents. I didn't see my mom until I was 10 years old when she came back for my grandmother's funeral, and my dad when I was 13. So I basically grew up without my parents, so it actually helped me to mature very fast. So that was sort of a challenge. And like when I went to school, I didn't really have anybody to tell me, oh, make sure you do this, make sure you do your homework, and to be on top of me all the time. Like, you know, your uncle and your aunt, and you know, you're not really going to listen to them like that. But if you had your mom and dad around, maybe that could have changed. But things happen the way it's supposed to happen. Everything happened for a reason. You know, it made me the man I am today and everything. So I could say the biggest challenge of my childhood was not having my mom and dad around. So you guys should appreciate having your parents around. Listen to them, be obedient, be respectful, because people like me never had that privilege growing up. So guys, that brings it to the end of episode 5 of Q&A Fridays. I'm currently in vacation mode, so excuse me if this episode is not the best. Well, I'm probably being hard on myself, but guys, I thank you all for submitting your questions for episode 5. I probably will do episode 6 when I get back, so you can leave your questions in the comment section down below. I will see what I can do, if I can get it out by next Friday or not. But thank you guys for watching. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, smash the thumbs up button. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. And until next time, peace out. Rich Squad!